Tomatin Legacy is cheap, it's cheerful, but should you put another £10 into your kitty and get something a wee bit more highbrow? Stay tuned and check out my thoughts. What about you? Big Al here, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of Whisky Straight. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much for your ongoing support and for tuning in again. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, show me a wee bit of love. Don't forget to hit the notification button, and if you really want to support the channel, check out my Patreon as well. It only costs from as little as £1 a month. And also follow me on my other social media channels, which I will pop down in the links below and on the screen as well. So today, folks, I'm featuring a whisky from the Highlands of Scotland. It's the Tomatin Legacy. It's known in the US as the Dual Chaz or the Dual Cas, or whatever the hell the pronunciation is. I don't know, but that's what it's known as over there. And if you want to see a review of that, I'll pop a wee link in here up above there, because Joe and Sudsy over at the Affordable Whisky Review did a review of it very recently. Good to watch, and they really liked it. So what is it all about? Well, it's known as the softer side of Highland. It's bottled at 43%, and it's matured in a combination of bourbon barrels and virgin oak casks. It's part of the core range. It's the entry level from Tomatin, and it's priced here in the UK in the mid 20 quid range, probably 26, 27 quid, and for a single malt scotch, that's pretty damn good. Let's look a wee bit at the history of Tomatin, just briefly, and why is this over here called the Legacy? Well, the distillery was established in 1897, and there wasn't really a whole big pile of people about Tomatin at that time, and it was pretty rural, a lot of shepherds, stuff like that, cattle drovers about. What the company did then was they began a project of construction so that they could house people who came to work for the distillery, and Tomatin has been since then at the heart of the local community, and that's why this entry level is called the Legacy. It's a legacy of what the company did from the start and those local workers who came to work for it. So does this whisky live up to that legacy? Let's get right on into it and see if it does. So we'll start off in the nose, and if you've got bottle of this, pour yourself a dram and we'll share it together. Sláinte. Right off, it's very lemony. It's soft, it's gentle, but it's lemon. Getting floral notes, a wee bit of pine. It's very, very fresh. I mean, exceedingly fresh. Lemon again, as I say, very lemon to the forefront. A bit of vanilla, and now I'm talking about a sort of a cross here between a lemon and a vanilla cheesecake. And who doesn't like cheesecake? God, I love cheesecake, it's so good. It's very fragrant, it's very pleasing on the nose, but there's not a lot more going on in the nose than that very lemony influence. But what is there? It's nice. Well, if you like lemon, it is nice. If you don't like lemon, well, you're screwed. But it is a very nice, gentle, soft nose. So let's get right on and see what it's like in the palate. Sláinte. Surprise, surprise. Lemon again. But here comes a wee bit of pineapple. Very nice, fresh pineapple. There's a wee bit of black pepper in there as well. Cracked black pepper. And it does add a nice wee touch of a spiciness to it. Not too much, but just a touch to give it that wee bit of an extra edge. Oak. A wee bit on the dark side, surprisingly. Coffee, dark chocolate. And then it lightens up again to a wee bit of barley sugar. But again, there's still a wee bit of a darkness in there. Sizzling demerara sugar, a wee bit of creme brulee. Very much more going on here on the palate than there is on the nose. A wee bit of spiciness there again. Again, it's that black pepper. A touch, just a touch of cinnamon. And then strangely too, I'm getting a wee bit of white chocolate there as well. And it becomes a wee bit caramelly. Going back to my youth, a wee bit like a Caramac bar. And if you know what that is, in my youth, most kids loved those things. So, top marks there. So, how's the finish here? Well, it's medium to long. What really helps it to get that wee bit of extra length on it is that cracked black pepper. It gives a wee bit of a zing to it. It helps it cling to the inside of the mouth. It gives it a wee bit of a coffee chocolatey overtone. But that said, there's still a nice smoothness to it on the palate, and those lemon and pineapple flavours are retained. In terms of a score, I would give this an 86.5. For an entry level core range whisky in the mid 20 quid range, this is bloody hard to beat. A lot of whiskies you'll get at that level in the core range are only 40% ABV. At least with Tomatin, they've ramped it up a wee bit. This is really nice. I got it first a few months ago. I was really surprised by it. I've recently reviewed the 12-year-old Tomatin after I got this. The 12-year-old did not float my boat as much as this did, and I'll pop a link in here to that 12-year-old review. I've also recently had a cask strength 19-year-old version sample sent to me by Alan, the whiskey friend. Great guy. I'll pop a link to his channel up here and down in the description below as well. Totally different beast. It seems to me all the different Tomatins I've tried are very, very different in nature. So thanks again for watching, folks. Really appreciate all your support. Don't forget to look after each other, look after yourselves, and until the next time, make sure you drink your whiskey the way you like it. Cheers, and my wife's acting like a tit right behind the camera.